This message is for somebody. You are invoking the energy that God has given charge over digging your grave by crying out your desire to not be here anymore, crying out your desire to be home with the Lord, crying out your desire to go transition in order to be with family members, your unappreciation for your life has been invoking Baron Samedi, okay? And that is what some people call the energy that governs death. The energy that when it's time for you to transition, that is the energy that digs your grave. And once that energy digs your grave, there you go, right? And you have been crying out not to experience this life anymore. But not only does your heart cry out, or do you lament for yourself to transition, there's a bitterness inside of you that also cries out for those others who you feel is responsible for you not having any pleasure, or responsible for your unsatisfaction, responsible for your depression because they have not been good enough to you. Baron Samedi has been invoked by all of your cries. You have cried naked, which is the most powerful witchcraft in the world. You have cried in the shower, underwater, right? And the energy of water, Yemoya, Mami Water, La Seren, okay? And its water is healing and emotions and all these things. And so you have invoked Baron Samedi and his answer, because God always answers, okay? God is omnipresent. And so, yes, God has assigned the different energies of her body to do certain things, right? And so these energies govern certain things. And when we cast spells with the words of our mouths, right? Using words, cast spells. And the universe speaks frequency. So not only are you, casting those spells with your mouth, you are also using the power of invocation by your frequency. Okay, your frequency is depression. Your frequency is unsatisfaction. Your frequency is lack of gratitude. Regardless of how many times you want to affirm, this is what you're aligned with. Okay, and affirmations. We don't want to use affirmations as toxic positivity. And what I mean by toxic positivity, not acknowledging what you're aligned with at the moment. Okay. And so you have to acknowledge what you're aligned with so that you know that regardless of what you say or affirm or proclaim, it is your frequency, your energy, your feelings. Feelings represent water too. That is creating outcome for you. If you bake a cake, the cake, in order for the cake to come out a certain way, you have to have certain ingredients, right? So it is with doing spells. And we're doing spells every day with a combination of the words of our mouths and our frequency, our feelings, our energy, what we do, all of that stuff, right? And so you invoke certain energies. All right. And so because you have, with the words of your mouth, the living and active words of your mouth, along with the frequency of your desire, the desire of your flesh, I want to say the desire of your lack of gratitude, okay? The desire of your dissatisfaction. You have invoked this spirit and you are doing this powerful witchcraft. You can call yourself a Christian. You can say, I don't do that. But the fact of the matter is you do it every day with whatever ritual you do every day. If you get up every day and brush your teeth, that's a ritual. You're practicing witchcraft. You're brushing your teeth and you're thinking thoughts and you're manifesting. And some of the things that you're speaking into existence happen right away with your mood and your attitude, or somebody will call you right away and something will happen, or it will take time to manifest. Okay, but if you are a person and you do rituals, which we all do, okay, we call it habits. Okay, we use words that don't make us feel woo-woo, right? So anyway, you are doing a powerful witchcraft by standing naked and in the water, or on your bed, or sitting down, or whatever, moving around, whatever, moving your hands in your anger, in your despair, lamenting, crying out your dissatisfaction for your life and the people that God has brought into your life, that the Lord has brought into your life. You are the Lord, right? Okay, and God is and then there's the Lord of Lords, and then it's a lot, but I'm just saying, okay, you are the one who is invoking certain energies into your life, to certain aspects of God, okay? One of the many faces of God that governs whatever that energy it is that you're invoking, okay? And the answer is no, basically. And when I say no, I don't mean like a firm no, but what the message, let me just say the exact message from the Baron Samedi, okay? That's the Haitians' Loa, okay? That's what they call them. I mean, different parts of the world, they may call, the energy of death, something different, okay? But based on what I've been studying in the moment, this is the name that has been given to me. So, what the exact thing that was said was, I will dig your grave when it's time, and I will dig their grave when it's time. And so the answer is basically not in your timing. That's why I said no. The answer is no, because I am not here to grant your request. I am not here to dig your grave. I do not have the ticket to end your life. So the best way that you can get through life, or to especially not to end somebody else's life because you're judging them the way that you judge yourself, and you do not consider someone's life valuable because you can't even consider your own life valuable. And why is life valuable? Life is valuable because we get a chance to elevate our higher self. Life is valuable because we can use it as a get out of jail free card, or get out of hell free card, because many of us are reincarnating over and over and over and over again. And that's why we're so damn tired in this life and cannot be satisfied. No matter what God give us, no matter what we manifest for pleasure, we will, turn that pleasure into some type of, sorrow. We'll be happy one minute and then we're sorry the next, because we need something else. It's not enough. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm coming to a screeching halt here, but, life being satisfactory. life is not satisfactory to you because you do not value or understand the significance of why you're here. You are here to help your spirit self, your higher self, elevate. Because once that spirit self comes out of this body, this reincarnation, it's going to travel to the place in which your mind created for it. And your mind has created a kingdom of dissatisfaction. And that is the reason why you want to transition before your time. That is the reason why you're so unhappy in this life, because you are not inspired by your purpose. You are inspired to just live to die. Okay? And that's not your purpose. Okay? Hell is not a place for, to punish you. Hell is a place for you to repent, right? Repent. Right? Hell is a place for you to get your get out of hell free card, all right? And to get into heaven free card, okay? And the only way to do that is to develop your spiritual self, develop yourself spiritually. And how do I start? You start by welcoming the energy of gratitude and thanksgiving. For me, for example, it all started on a positive note for me because I was a very depressing and negative thinker and things like that. And I decided I was going to keep saying the opposite of what I was feeling until I felt it. That whole fake it till you make it thing. I don't really preach that anymore because in some cases it's not good, but in the case that I was in, it was definitely good for me. Okay, I guess it depends on how you fake it till you make it. But basically, I faked it till I made it. And the reason why it worked for me, because I said it's based on how you fake it till you make it, the way I did it was beneficial, meaning I acknowledged that I really didn't love God, right? But I said, I love you. Okay? I love God. I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? Right? And so that's when everything turned around to, loving God means loving self. But anyway, because we are the image of God and the creation from the God body. But anyway, so what I'm saying is I didn't convince myself that I loved God anymore, just because that's what people want to hear. And if you was to really reveal to people how you really feel about God, child, they will just talk about the sword of the tongue, honey. They will get you. Okay, so some things you don't have to reveal to people. You reveal it to yourself. You reveal it to the mirror that is self. And I revealed to the mirror, brought to the surface how I really felt about myself, how I felt about people, how I felt about God, all of my lamentations, all of my lack of gratitude for life. I just presented it and I validated it, right? And then I transmuted it. Okay. And so I think that, in the spiritual community, it's called shadow work, right? Shadow work. And so a lot of things has been working for me right now, just working for me to align me with my divine partner. Okay. And so that's another thing too. A lot of us are dissatisfied because we don't have, a soulmate. We don't have somebody that loves us, somebody that's for us, right? And that's because with our dissatisfaction, we just keep, manifesting the same relationships over and over again instead of really taking the time out to do the work. Okay, do the shadow work needed to align you with the proper relationships, right? So that the proper relationships will be manifested in your life, in the physical, so that you can actually touch, taste, feel all that stuff and become satisfied for real. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I felt like I had to give this message. I had no idea it was going to go this long. But anyway, if there's anyone who comes across this video that finds yourself crying out for transition, finds that you're lamenting because you're dissatisfied with life and you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here because you're not happy here. You don't want to be here because you don't have good friends here. You don't want to be here because you don't have good relationships here. You don't want to be here because you don't feel safe and secure. Okay, you don't want to be here because you've had family members and loved ones that has transitioned already and left you, and now you're left with people who don't love you, don't care about you, and don't rise up to the standards that you have when it comes to your love language. If you feel that way, okay, then you have been invoking Baron Samedi, and Baron Samedi is coming to you to say, I am not digging your grave until it's time, and I am not digging their grave until it's time. So you might as well stop the crying, stop the lamenting, figure out what you're going to do your shadow work, do what you got to do. Don't fool yourself because we fool ourselves only temporarily, and then we go back to crying again. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. You try to convince yourself that you love somebody. Don't try to convince yourself. Just transmute the energy until the energy is fully transmuted. Okay? Be ye therefore transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's going to take more than laying on hands, boo. It's going to take some shadow work. It's going to take you stop being afraid of all these spirits that you're invoking anyway, and they're wreaking havoc within inside of you. And it causing you to go through a hell loop over and over and over again, reincarnate over and over and over again until you elevate your spirit man the way you sign contract to do. But anyway, I'm just saying, I digress. If you find that these are pearls, beloved, pick them up and rock them. Don't trample them, beloved. Only pigs trample pearls, and we don't want to come back and reincarnate as a pig. Now, do we? We don't want to manifest that reincarnation. Sorry you had to see that. That's my clove. Good tooth hygiene, but the color makes it look like that was an ugly face. But anyway, and listen, if you feel my vibe and you think you're part of my tribe, beloved, feel free to subscribe, okay? And if you think that this message can hug up on somebody, love up on somebody, teach somebody, edify somebody, please feel free to share this message. And please feel free to like this video if it resonates with you or resonates with someone, or you think that it may resonate with someone, okay? If you have ears that hear and you can hear that this message is deliverance for somebody, okay? And when I say deliverance for somebody, I mean deliverance and protection from self. Okay, from the spell work and the witchcraft that we do on ourselves. Okay, so anyway, peace.